Well, hello, a very good morning to you. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a lovely Monday so far. I know it's very early. We've got a fantastic show coming up for you from, of course, Polkadoodles. Lovely Nikki is in the house with a brand new lovely collection to show you this morning. But first of all, it's this. Now, if you've been watching for the last few days, you will have seen this happening at the top of every single live hour. It's happening today until 6 o'clock. What happens is we spin, it lands, whatever it lands on happens for the hour that we're in. So it could be discounts, it could be a dream day prize. Shall we see? Shall we spin the wheel? Every time I say that, I think of George Michael. He's got a song called Spinning the Wheel. Anyway, here we go. Ready? Who's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, this could be a good one. Oh, hello. £5 off when you spend £25 or more, which is fabulous, because I think in the next show that is something that you will want to be doing with Polkadoodles. So there you go. All you have to do to get that code is use, sorry, to get that that deal is use that code DEAL5. So when you are shopping, when you are buying all of these wonderful Polkadoodles bits and pieces, which you will want them all, just pop in the code DEAL5 and you will get £5 off as long as you have spent £25, which is fantastic. So there you go. But it's only happening for this hour. And then that deal will disappear and something else will be happening in the next hour. You must check out though before the end of the show in order to get that deal. Anyway, here we are, the lovely Nikki and myself, ready for a nice show. Hello again.
Hello again.
Just saw you at the top of the last hour, which was lovely. And we met last week at the NEC, which was fantastic. And we were talking about all of your lovely products. I have to say you had one of the nicest stands there.
Oh, thank you.
You did, because as soon as you walk in, that you just kind of filled with joy when you look at what you do, because of all these lovely little smiley faces, and they're so cute, and everybody's so happy. My husband was with me.
He was.
And he's not a crafter, and he was drawn into what you were doing, wasn't he?
He was like,
actually,
wow.
yeah. He's a
he
graphic designer, so he appreciates things.
Yeah, so yeah, he did. And I think that's the thing. I think it's kind of like it crosses lots of different boundaries and reaches lots of people, which is cool.
Yeah, he was like, wow, this is really good. He was, when we were walking away, he was commenting on it, which is a good thing.
Ooh.
Normally he just forgets things.
I'm flattered.
Yeah, except birthdays. He knows never to forget birthdays and
especially yours.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's have a talk there, because last night you were here, obviously, and you launched this collection.
We did.
Which was very successful indeed. And today it's this.
It is. So we've got January. It's kind of following on a theme. So, you know, obviously mindfulness and all of that is really kind of key at the minute, and we're all sort of a little bit more aware of it and everything. So I wanted to bring a couple of collections that kind of really focused in on that. But it's not always all about art journaling and getting mixed media. I think the thing with our products is that they can cross lots of different genres. So if you're into mixed media, then you can do all your layering and your grungy, inky techniques. But if you're not, you can just make quite clean and simple cards. And that's reflected in our design team. You know, we always have a really good mix of different styles within the team. So hopefully this crosses over. So if you're just a colorist, and I say just, it's not just a colorist, but if that's your bag and that's what you love doing, then you're going to love this, because you'll be able to colour January. But if you're into more of your layering and your mixed media kind of things, then you'll be able to use her in that form as well. So it's something for everyone, I think. Yeah.
Well, what they want us to do is just pop through the board so we can have a closer look at these lovely, lovely characters. So, first of all, if we have a look at the top there, odd isn't a bad thing. That is very true.
It's true.
Indeed.
I should know. I'm always told you're a little bit weird, Nikki. But yeah, so, you know, she's just like a little bit quirky. These are actually the correct size of the stamp here. I know it's hard to tell on screen. This is a good size stamp, so it's good to sort of 10 centimetres deep. So again, perfect for card sizes, but also great for little art journal books, little brag books, things like that. And you've got a couple of extra elements. So you've got 2 different sentiments. And then here there's 2 petals or 2 leaves, so you can make flowers with those sets as well. Yeah. And then we've got the other one, which is all about the journey. And here she's holding her little sign. And you can, you know, kind of make that into whatever you want. You can decorate that. You can put, if you've got any text stamps, you can add little words in. If you've got little tiny stamps and things like that. We've got a little positive arrow to sort of say, you know, keep yourself up, always aim for the top. And then this is kind of like a border, but it can also be a road as well. So that was how I designed it, was that it's a road. So just really nice, fun stamps, quite easy to colour, so they're not difficult to colour in. And, you know, not everyone loves colouring, and I get that, but these are very easy. So, and, you know, a little tip for you is that if you do want easy colouring, is to use watercolours. Right. Because it's much quicker, much looser, and a lot easier. To get a wash. Yeah, and these are quite wide open stamps. You can see there's just enough detail in, but not too much, so you can really get in there and colour them however you want. Perfect. And then we've got a couple of larger sets. So these are kind of like all the builders, if you like. So I think this is kind of what we're really well known for. You know, and looking at, you know, if you're a follower of Stamp Soup, looking at all, you know, how you can actually build all of these together. So we've got lots of flower heads, but they can be all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Some of these could be hats, if you wanted them to be. We've got these funky specks here, which are just really cool. I'll show you sample in a minute.
Very Elton John, aren't they?
They are, yeah. It just had to be done. This little high, this fits perfectly onto that little signpost. Yeah. And then again, you've got like a positive sentiment in there, a ladder, so you can be reaching high again. So it's all themed together. It looks quite random, but it's not. It all works together really well. Yeah. And then we've got this lovely butterfly that goes right through, and borders and lots of little doodly things that you can get, you know, really get your teeth into these and create lots of different looks. Perfect. Well, it actually works out that one of these sets is for free. That's with the pricing. Yeah, it does. It's great value, really good value. Yeah, $8.99's worth for free. $24.96 is the price that you will pay. Freedom members are paying $22.46. 760722 is your item number. I've got a little tip for you, though, right? Just thinking about that £5 off thing. I know, that's a really good deal, isn't it? Now, you've got to spend £25, and we're looking at nearly £25 for this kit. But I'm thinking that if you simply add something into your shopping basket that you will use all the time, like a glue, you know, or something like that, you will then get £5 off. Yeah. So this is coming in at even better pricing. Not only are you getting one for free, but then, you know, you've got your £5 off. So, you know, I mean, for example, look, you've got your paper pack there, Polkadoodle paper pack. So just add something in that you know that you will use, and then you're getting your £5 back. So yeah, use your code DEAL5. That's 760722. So could they, if they hadn't bought the kit from yesterday, could they add that in and then get that off as well? It doesn't matter what you put into your shopping basket. As long as you spend £25, you will now get DEAL5, which is £5 off this hour. Just this hour. And can they just use it once? No, use it several times. Because if that was me, I would like get this deal once, and then I would get the other deal once, and then you've saved £10. Yeah, exactly. Because it's £25 is like 25% discount, isn't it, Nelly? Oh, wow. Savvy shopper, very good savings. All down to me spinning that wheel there. So that's a good spin. You're welcome. Good spin, yes, a good spin. Good spin. Yeah, good spin. Did good. So look, there are some lovely inspirational samples for you there that you can see. I just love the carrot. Love the big eyes. They're so they are really inviting and warming, and they make you smile. They do, and I think they go across all generations. So, you know, you could be making something for a little girl or a teenager. Teenagers, I think, are really hard to actually make cards for. And to live with. Probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't have any, so I'm quite glad about that. Yeah, mine is. But, but then they go right through into adults, and, you know, if you're wanting to sort of make something for your grandma, you could still do it. It doesn't always have to be something specific to that person, does it? Yeah. So I think they cross over into lots of different ages. Well, guess what? 10% has already gone. Wow. Yeah, 10% already gone on this collection. A lot of people are adding extra things into their basket to get the £5 off, so that's brilliant. Yeah. 760722 is your item number there. $22.46 is your Freedom members price, and nearly £25 if not in the club, but then just add something else in and you get £5 off. So that is a fantastic way to start your day here and your week at Hochanda. We've got another stamp collection, of course. It was launched last night. This is your Creating Rainbows collection. 44 stamps in total. Usual price should be nearly £47, but down to $35.95 today. So grab those while you can. Freedom members get another saving as well. $32.36, including your postage and your packaging. 467022 is your item number.
Lovely. Okay, time to do some lovely doodling then.
Yeah, let's doodle.
Let's see what we come
get
up with.
some stuff done. So, who do you want to use? Should we use the signpost January or the odd January?
Let's use the odd January.
Odd January, yeah. I love her. She's one of my favourites, actually. I really like this stamp. So, we're just going to put her on here. Now, you can use your stamp platform if you wish. I'm not going to this time. I don't think I need to particularly. So, I'm just going to stamp her. Let me see. I'm going to stamp her at a bit of a quirky angle. Let's put her there. Okay. So, and there's actually a ladder in this set, which also makes a really great border. So I'm going to use the ladder with this as well, but we'll just start kind of colouring her up. Now, yesterday I actually forgot to bring all my ink pads, like a wally that I am. So luckily I've got a plan B, and I'm going to be using, I've got my re-inkers. So I brought all the re-inkers and no ink pads. I didn't bring, honestly, I think I just forgot my mind yesterday. Bizarre. But so when I'm just dropping some little ink, and these basically are what refreshes your distress ink pads if you normally use those.
Yeah.
So luckily I had them with me. So I'm just going to take some water, and the other thing I'm going to use, is, where is it? I've got my Ecoline markers as well, so I'm using a mix. Luckily I brought these. So with these, what I tend to prefer to do is to actually put the ink straight. I've got a little piece of acetate here, which is actually the back of my stamp, and I'm just going to put some water on the image, and I'm using watercolour paper here, so watercolour card, which is on the website, and we'll just loosely colour this. And these are very, very forgiving to colour in. So, like I said, you could be using your alcohol markers, your pencils, whatever you wish. It's up to you.
But you see, this is good to see this demonstration, because I think when we look at your, your packaging in particular, it looks so fabulous, and the, the girls look amazing. And I think, some people might potentially think, oh, I'm going to get them, but I'll never get them to look as good as that,
yeah.
or I can't colour or paint like that. But when you see this happening with watercolours, you realise that you actually can. It's not that difficult.
And one of the reasons I do that colour packaging is actually to inspire you at home as well.
Yeah.
Because I know from sort of talking to people over the years, obviously I'm kind of really well known for the colouring side of things. And the thing that everyone used to say to me was, oh, but I forget, I kind of need that inspiration, and I'm okay if I can copy it. And so I purposely do that. So, this is kind of why I actually do it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in there, just blend that out a little bit, and I'm going to do little rosy cheeks here. So I'm putting quite a lot of ink on there, but I am just going to blend that out again, and I'm just going to let that dry. But because it is really bright, I'm just going to dab that off a little bit, just a little tiny bit like that.
Lovely. Look at that, how clever that is.
And then what we're going to do is I'm just going to let it dry, and then I'll kind of add a little bit more. So what colour hair shall we have? We can have whatever we want. Should we do it with pink hair?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do pink hair. In fact, I was going to use my marker. What I love about Ecolines is they're virtually the same colour as my distress inks. So I can use them both together.
I'm very jealous of people with blonde hair, because they can have pink hair.
Yeah,
you can dye it pink.
Yeah, but it's a bit of a nightmare.
You've got to keep it. Well, it's quite hard to keep the colour, isn't it?
It is. I did mine blue once. Like a bit mermaid. It was meant to be mermaidy, but it kind of like literally disappears within a week.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So, just a nice big, and you can see I'm not being careful at all here, and it doesn't need to be. It's that kind of style of image that you don't need it to be perfect. I mean, obviously if you want to, that's fine. And then let's go in and we'll put some dots in our bow. And then with her dress, I think what we'll do to make it look a little bit funky is I'm just going to get a black marker and I'm just going to give her, I want it to have quite a bit of impact, so I'm going to actually colour her dress black. She's got a little heart in there. Okay, fantastic. And she needs some blue eyes.
Isn't that incredible? You look at that and think, I could never do that, but actually you've just shown you can.
You can. It really isn't difficult. And if you wanted to, you know, you could, you know, shade her eyes a little bit more. Give her a little bit more definition around here. And, you know, one of my tips is, although I love my water brush pens and they're fabulous, sometimes I find I'm a bit too heavy-handed, and because they release water, sometimes it's not very controlled. So I'm just going to give her a little dot in there.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is we'll give her some stripes. Okay, and we'll just put a little bit of highlight in her hair. And there you go. So what we'll do next is we have our stamps, which were from yesterday's show, but these are still around. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some of this, and just push them there. We're just going to get some ink, and because I've not got my ink pad, I'm just going to...
Yeah, the details are on your screen. The Rainbow Collection, this is what this stamp we're using now is in. Of course, that collection launched yesterday.
So this is just going to add some texture. And again, it doesn't matter if I'm going over her particularly. You know, it's just kind of like adding all of that nice texture in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take that same ink pad and we'll just soften this just around the edges. And then I'm going to get a different colour. So I've got some yellow on here. So I'm just going to blend that. I need a stencil. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of texture in here.
We did, by the way, have the stencils yesterday, but most of the options have gone. But you can just have a look on the website. We've got the Garden Delights left for you. So that's there, 760722, your item number. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, that's a stump set. The stencils on a pick and mix, but there is only one option left, so have a look on the website for that.
So I actually found this in my stash. So I just happened to have it in my trolley. So I'm kind of going to use this and just add it in somewhere. But what I want to do is I want to just kind of use this ladder stamp. So I just need my big block. Where do I put that? Sorry, Rachel.
Yeah, everything's fine.
That was a bit of a crash.
Everything's fine. It was a large...
It was a large block and a large
block
crash
that came flying towards us. No, don't worry, thank goodness there wasn't a cup of water there or something.
I know, exactly. I did do that once on air, so now I'm always like really careful to push it across the other side. And I am quite clumsy. It is early in the morning in my defence. So I'm just going to stamp the ladder here. Thank you. Move that block out of the way, which isn't particularly easy to manage. So we're just going to colour this in. And then we'll just really, really quickly cut that out. I'm not going to be careful with it or anything. Just trim that. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to cut the top and the bottom bits out. So now, and also what I'm going to do, this is me and my OCD kicking in now. So I'm going to actually put this over here. So I actually do want to just trim these inner bits out.
Okay.
It'll only take me a jiffy because it's really easy to cut. Oh.
Now we're just throwing it in the bin. While you are cutting and...
Oh, I know, sorry. I did tell you I was like
Getting
a little bit
together.
wired this morning.
I know. Anyway, let's have a look at some lovely images while you are just cutting your ladder. So the pressure is not on you now to cut your ladder. Right, there you are. Yes, lovely and colourful, that one. And then this one, be positive, be yourself. Yeah, that is very cute. I really love that one. Look at that. It's fantastic. Just by bright colour and adding those stamps in. Yeah, we've got this one. Be positive. Oh. Is it? That way. That's it. That's the way. Yes, that's the way. And then this one. Odd isn't a bad thing. Be yourself. We like that. And that's with a ladder, kind of what we're creating now. And then this is really lovely. If you imagine this on a little girl's door or something, you can make it into a door plaque. I mean, it is actually a little picture, but yeah, you could put that onto a door. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Or a teenager's door. Or onto a canvas, of course. But once again, you look at this kind of colouring, you think, I couldn't possibly do that, but you've just seen it happen before your very eyes. It's not that difficult. So lots of inspiration there for you. And as always on the packaging, lots of inspiration as well, which is really clever.
Okay, so I have cut my ladder successfully without cutting my hands off and slashing my wrists or anything like that. Good job I wasn't using it. Oh God, just look now, I've got no glue. Oh, it's a good job I've only got one show today, isn't it? My goodness.
Is this it? Is this your own show?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Right, okay. So what I wanted to do was to actually have her so that she's falling off the ladder.
Right.
Okay, so we're just going to...
I think today for this show it's probably appropriate that she should be falling off the ladder.
So I'm just going to press that on. Because I've got glue on there, I'm just going to press that on. So that's like quite a little handy tip. Just press it on, you know, if you've like got fiddly work and you've got glue in lots of different places and stuff. So then it's just kind of like adding those doodly bits. So I know that people at home, I doodle a lot on my cards and stuff. So I always try and actually include sort of doodly elements for you to make it really easy. So we've got this really nice stripy border, which I absolutely love. And you can just add that all the way around. Just ink it up.
Yeah, it looks like a negative, that, doesn't it? Like
it does, yeah. It could be like a film strip.
Yeah.
You can make it into whatever you want. And again, you know, you don't have to be precise about where you put in this. It just works.
I've got a question for you though.
Yeah.
So in terms of when you're designing, I mean, you just said there that you doodle a lot. So would you sort of design a page and, you know, sort of doodle that page and then look at the elements and think, right, now I need to make those stamps to make that? For example, would you sit and doodle that line and then go, right, I need to make a stamp now so people can do that easily?
No, the doodles always come at the end.
Oh, right, okay.
So I always have like a really clear theme in mind when I'm designing of what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I kind of design the theme, design the main elements. So for instance, she was actually the main theme of this. I wanted to actually bring her. And so she was first, and then everything else kind of follows on from that. So in fact, let's go in here, and we've got, gosh, what a mess. The things I wanted to use are all covered in ink now. Never mind. Plan B. That was a good one, that one though. Let's get some flowers going on in here. So just to add some little extra bits of interest. And we need our sentiment. Where's that gone? If I've left room. Be true to yourself. So what I'm going to do is, because I've not left much room here, so I'm just going to put my sticky note there, and I'm just going to stamp that bit because I don't know. I just don't want it to come down.
Yeah.
And I'll just get another one. And I'm just going to cover that. I'm just going to leave, like, I've just left a little tiny bit of the stamp there so I can follow it.
Yeah.
It's quite tight in there. I don't think I'm going to get the whole thing in. I'm not. So we'll go with the 2. I could almost put the 2 next to it, but I'm not going to. So let's do the 2. You see what I'm doing? So I'm actually building it up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then I'm going to cover that. And although I am going to stamp into her, oh look, it just means that I can reposition it a little bit.
Yeah. That's such a good idea.
There.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have kind of caught the edge of that, and I'd kind of I don't think it would have quite got there.
That's really good, because how many times do you have a stamp that is just too big? But actually, you've shown you can separate it there.
So, because we've got loads of blue ink, let's have blue flowers. Okay. And luckily, this is my favourite colour. And again, you can see I kind of missed little edges and stuff on those stamps, but it really doesn't matter.
We'll just, well, we weren't just saying anything. I was listening and our lovely producer was just talking in my ear, but she was saying, she made a very good point. These are great for the planning community. You know, people
they are,
do
yeah, for planners,
and things
journals,
like that.
art journaling, all that kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Because they're kind of not, and they're not too daunting either.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes it can be, if you're someone that's like been looking at, I mean, we have fabulous mixed media products here at Hochanda. And I think sometimes, if you've not given that a try before, it can sort of seem a little bit daunting.
Yeah.
And I think this is a really easy way to kind of ease yourself into that without it being too daunting and too overwhelming, because I think that's kind of like an enemy. So I'm quite happy with that. I quite like that.
Well,
I think
we're
we'll
quite
stick
happy with
with
that as well. Yes.
It wasn't too much of a disaster. It could have been.
Yes.
Could have been a bit inky.
Across the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's very good. Yeah. Lovely. And we've seen how easy that builds up. Yeah. Thank you very much, Nikki. It's very good work. Okay, if you'd like to be able to create something like that, you need to get hold of the lovely stamps, of course. Now, we've got a great deal today, haven't we? Because I spun the wheel. So for this hour, which is another half an hour, you have got that great deal 5. And what that means is that if you spend £25, you will get £5 off by using the code DEAL5. So £25, get £5 off. If you're thinking to yourself, well, hang on, the main collection is not quite £25. There are loads of other Polkadoodle things on the show that you would want to get hold of. Paper pads and dies, you know, even a bit of glue or something. Pop it in and use the code, and in the next hour there'll be another deal happening for you as well. It's all part of our deal wheel. Oh, so slick there, almost. Right, let's have a look. Who is that man as well? Do you know, I just realised. I know we have got Yanis, haven't we? Yes, I was just thinking of the men that we've got here, Yanis and Adam. Yanis was in yesterday. Yeah. Just wondering who that was. Yeah. Anyway, that's just amusing in my head. Let's have a look at this collection. We've just launched it, and it is a lot of lovely stamps for you to play with. As you've just seen there, we were playing with them earlier on. So easy to colour in, especially if you're using your watercolour paint. So don't ever look at them and think, oh, I couldn't create those. You absolutely can. And what's fun is that you've got your main 2 characters, and you've got some lovely words there as well, like odd isn't a bad thing. Be true to yourself. Great fun. But then you've got your little embellishments as well. So you've got the ladder, and you've got the flowers and the star glasses, of course, and you've got the coat hangers and the arrows and things. So yeah, really, really great fun. I'll show you the boards because then you can see in detail what we are getting here. Everything is nice and clear here. So if we start with the girls, So here they are. Odd isn't a bad thing. Be true to yourself. And isn't that amazing though, how that becomes that, just with a bit of colour washing. But I love the kind of proportions, the big eyes, you know, big face, the hair, the little tiny body. Yeah, they are very anime actually. Yeah, my daughter is massively into that at the moment. And then down here you've got this one as well. This is she's a bit sort of like a 40s pin-up actually, isn't she? Yeah, there you are. She's a bit, yeah, with the hair, a bit sort of 40s pin-up almost. And then you've got the sentiment there as well at the bottom. It's about the journey. It absolutely is. Now, lots of these have sold out individually, but if you want to get them, you can only get the two bundles, the two girls in the bundle here. So if you want to get them, you get them with these lovely stamps. So you have got your glasses, and you've got your coat hanger there, and you've got your flowers and arrows, and then butterflies and the ladder, plus of course the sentiment, be positive. So I think that is a lovely little collection there for £22.46 if you're in the Freedom Club. And if you're not, just under £25. But as we were saying, if you pop something into your shopping basket alongside it, something from Polkadoodles, anything you want, actually on the website, you'll get £25 and a £5 discount. And then when you get them home, get your inks out, get your watercolours out. That is what you could be making. 760722 is your item number, 41 stamps in total. A lovely collection, freshly launched and selling very well indeed. Right, let's have a look at our next collection. This was launched last night. And we can have a look at the boards here. So once again, you can see in detail. And it's called Creating a Rainbow. Just wondering where to start. Let's start with the characters here, with the girls here then. So do you want to talk us through this one then?
So this is Weirdry. So Weirdry is just a little bit quirky, she's a little bit naughty. So again, this is following on that whole positivity thing, you know, kind of about being chilled and kind of creating your own path and creating your own rules. So again, I just love her. I just love the oddity that she is, her little googly eyes and everything. You can have so much fun with these. So all of these are separate elements. So you've got two different sentiments there. And again, if you mask, you can create different sentiments in here as well. So you can just have forget all the rules, or you can actually mask and say create all the rules as well, which I did on a sample. Then we've got create your own rainbow. Obviously rainbows and unicorns are really big at the moment still. So, you know, kind of just following that on, and then you've got all the little extra elements in there as well.
Yeah, fabulous.
And these obviously all work together as a range
they do
as well. They're all part of the same range.
They do.
And then we go into the builders again. So we've got some great borders, some really nice florals in here, another butterfly as well. And just, you know, you can create lots of different things with these. So you've got all of these stalks or borders that you can use as well. And different quirky little flowers and the spectacles. You know, these will actually fit on her, so you can, you know, you can have fun, get your glossy accents out and that kind of thing.
Fabulous.
So they all work together.
Yeah.
And then we've just got this really fab set of textures.
Yeah, these are lovely.
Yeah, these are really nice. So if you went for the stencils yesterday and didn't get this, these actually match the stencils. So it's actually a perfect replica and just scaled down. And then we've got this fabulous little tiny text which just makes really great backgrounds. And there's some real favourites on here that I'm kind of hooked on already. You know, I love this grid and this kind of zigzag. So again, like I was saying before, if you like the look but maybe aren't very confident about doing it, you've got some really great doodle elements in here that work.
Yes.
That can really elevate your work and make it, you know, give you that feel very easily, that mixed media feel.
Yeah. Fabulous. Well, all the stamps individually have sold out, which I'm not surprised.
Oh, wow.
But you can get them, obviously, in this collection here. So 467022 is your item number, and that's 3236 if you're in the Freedom Members Club. Here are some finished samples for you as well. Let's have a look so you can get an idea. I mean, I love when you use bright colours with them. They're so joyful.
Yeah, it does. I'm not a dark colour person, really.
Yeah.
You know, I do like using those brights because it just helps you really pop your work.
Yeah.
And it means that it really stands out. So if you are making things to sell and you're going to craft fairs and things like that, you should always have like really bright pops of colour.
Absolutely.
Because it's what grabs people's eyes as they're across the room and stuff.
Yeah.
This one I absolutely love.
This one.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
So it's just, but very, very easy. So it's just like literally a bit of ink on the back.
Yeah. I just realised, is that the right way?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was just confused. Yeah, looking at, there you are. And then this one. Like a
So
little,
that's completely different. That's
yeah.
like really pretty.
Yeah.
And again, you know, just building those elements up using your butterflies that you've got in there.
Yeah.
And then again, just kind of bringing in that whole rainbow thing. That was actually one we did on the show yesterday.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, they are lovely. They're very whimsical. They're fun. They're heartwarming. They make you think. They make you smile. And that's what you need from your cards, don't you, that you're making, or of course just making for yourself or to give to somebody else. 467022, your item number if you want to buy the collection there. Have a look at all these things on the website, and then when you go on the website you can make sure that you can spend £25, and when you do, put the code DEAL5 in and you will get yourself £5 off. However, that is only for the next 25 minutes. You've got to shop by the end of the hour, and then that deal is disappearing. Janice will be spinning the wheel, and we'll see what happens in the next hour on our deal wheel. But there you are, that's the website, hochanda.com. Right, more demonstrating. We've tied it up a little bit.
Yeah,
it's all under control at the moment. We'll see how we go in the next 25 minutes.
Let's see what happens next. There's going to be a third, isn't there? It's going to be a third thing now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am picking a nice bright orange. I love orange, and I love orange and pink together. So I'm going to actually just scoosh round my card here. So again, this is watercolour card, so it takes the ink really, really well. And I'm just going to get a good amount on there. I kind of want to leave myself still some space to stamp. So if I just going to take a paper towel and just dry that off a little bit. And just get rid of that there. Okay. So we are going to use, where's my stamp gone? Everything went for a Burton, didn't it? Where's it gone? Where's my stamp, Rachel?
Which stamp is it?
I've lost it.
Which one?
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, underneath it. Yeah.
Stuck to the table. Okay. So we have this really nice flower stamp, and I love this. I'm kind of fallen a little bit in love with it. So I think what I'll do is go there, that way. Okay, so I'm going to actually just stamp that one there. And I've actually created a mask already. So anyone that doesn't know about masking, it's just basically a sticky note and you just stamp onto it, cut it out, so you basically end up with a little mask that you can use. I'm sure everyone knows how to do that now, but we do have new people all the time.
Yeah, we do.
So that then enables me to position that same stamp again over the top, and then when I peel that off, the one that I did at the front is still there, and it's not overlapping. So I'm going to do a few of these. And to be honest, it doesn't matter too much if you overlap, but just kind of go a little bit easy with it so that you don't go, and it's quite forgiving, look, so I'm going to put another one, let's see, another one there, and another one there, maybe not, we'll build it up here, oops. Because my ink's still a little bit damp, it's just lifting off a bit. Okay, one there. That's enough. Okay, I don't want any more. So then what I can do is, using the same colour ink again, I'm going to just colour this. So I'm going to come in with the ink and just block colour this in. So I'm not diluting this, I'm not adding a lot of water because I want that extra dark colour. But here, because this is more in the centre, I'm kind of going to just blend that out a little bit as well. So as we go further back, I kind of want more colour in the back. And I'm just going to get in there where those petals are. And if you miss any bits, just block it in, doesn't matter too much. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of water, just if I need to blend it out a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my pink marker, and now I'm going to blend some colour in. I'm going quite fast. At home you can obviously spend a lot more time than I am doing here. We just need to create some extra shading in places and just add that field of depth, that depth of field, so it is starting to build up.
Lovely,
so
actually, those two colours are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're nice,
together.
aren't they? So I'm just going to put a bit of water there so I can just blend it. So I'm just going to blend it in. And I'm not going, you know, to being really precise about it. We just want to blend those together. And just by leaving those little bits of uncoloured area, it's just giving us a little bit of highlight in there as well. And then I have here, oops, I've got a dark grey here, so I'm just then going to go back in, and in the really, really deep areas, the bits that are right at the back and right behind something else, we'll just add a little shadow, and it just gives us that definition from the petals. Okay, so I think that's enough. And then, where am I? Green. So I'll just get some green. Where did my water go? There. So I'll have a little bit of green. And then we will use some of our stems. So I'm going to use our nice funky border. Let me just mop that off there. So we're going to use this nice chunky funky border again, and we're going to use that to create our flowers. And I've actually done this one already, but I want to show you the difference it makes.
So clever, yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to show you the different look you actually create by using that instead of the one that I did originally.
Okay.
And it completely takes it in a different direction. So what else can we use? We've got a little, it's like a little, this can be a flower or it can be leaves. And, you know, just angle these. They don't all have to go the same way all the time. And then again, we'll get some, you know, and you can do whatever colour. You know, it doesn't, your leaves don't even have to, I'm eating my hair now. Your leaves don't even have to be green. You know, you can make them purple if you want. Let's do some purple ones. It would have been purple if I didn't have blue on my. But I quite like that. That's quite nice.
Yeah, it's lovely actually.
Yeah,
it's a real
it's
sort
come
of
out a really nice
green
pop
of
colour. So this is quite dark compared to what I did yesterday, but actually it's really nice and I'm quite liking it. So I'm going to use my butterfly, and we'll do that over here. What colour shall we do?
In the butterfly?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, maybe a yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to, where's my other pen, my other brush? Right, so what I'm going to do is, I did this yesterday and I had a few people message me about it. So because we're using the distressing, we can actually kind of do a bit of a bleaching kind of effect by adding water on there. It's actually going to lift
the colour
the ink.
Yes.
Yeah, so if we're going yellow, and you see there we can actually create like a circle look.
Yeah.
So you can actually create, your own texture. I know people do this with distress inks a lot, but
Yeah.
with oxides, but they forget that you can do it with distress inks as well. So where's the yellow? Do we have any yellow out? Let's go with this one. It's quite an acidy colour. It's a miracle I haven't got ink everywhere. It really is.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, let's get a little pop. Do you know, I used to be so anti-yellow.
Did
Yellow's
you?
not my colour at all. And I rarely used to use it. And then one day I just thought, right, I've got to put some yellow in this. It's lacking something. And do you know, ever since, I use it nearly on everything. It just really lifts things. So, you know, if you wanted to add, because this is quite a fiery, you know, kind of like a warm thing, you know, kind of colour. If you just add that in, it really lifts it. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just add a little pink in there, and that'll come back to orange and just give us a little bit more.
That's lovely because it's just picking up the edge of the flowers as well.
Yeah. And we'll just blend that a little. And you know, if you think you've gone too far, just have a little, I just always have like a little tissue next to me. And then I think what we will do, we've got January here. So we're going to kind of sit her here. But before we do that, let's just create another border. So again, I would doodle this normally, but for everyone at home that isn't as good at doodling, or it scares people, they think they can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, and go off the edges. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want it, whatever you want to do. And it doesn't matter if you don't stamp it very well. It just kind of all adds to that whole technique. If you leave a little gap, fill the little gap. You've got lots of little building stamps in here. And then I have here, so I'm just building upon my texture. And sometimes I would add my stamps at the beginning, sometimes I would go at the end. This is actually off the A5 texture stamp set.
Yes.
This is a really nice one just to add some extra.
Lovely,
yeah.
Yeah, just a bit of something in the background. By the way, just to give you a heads up, we are now at a quarter to the hour just past, and if you want to get your Deal 5 code, if you want to get your £5 off when you spend £25, you do need to start checking out your basket, because it's got to be through by the end of the hour. So by the time you've actually gone through the process of paying, or if you're on the phone to us or something like that, you need to be definitely getting through. We don't want you to miss out on that Deal 5. So Deal 5 is the code you need if you are spending £25 or more to get your £5 off. It's easy to spend £25 today, £22.46 in the club for this collection, and just nearly £25 if you're not in the club for this collection. But you can add in other things. We've got other things which I'll show you in a second. We've got dies, we've got paper pads there as well. So lots of things to add in to spend £25 to then get £5 off.
So I'm just literally going around with a little bit more of that blue. And my other tip as well is, you know, don't use too many colours. That's kind of when it gets a bit clashy.
Yes.
So, you know, kind of just restrict yourself. I always try and restrict myself to 3 colours. So I'm just going to grab my stencil. I know these have gone, but just to add just a little bit of interest. Just scoosh over just a little bit. And there are actually, as well, some circle stamps. Where are they? Where have they gone? Or is that on the other set? Maybe it's on the other set. There you go. We've got a little tiny set here. A couple of like little bubbles. I have a little thing about circles and bubbles. So we're just going to add some of these. Oops. And you can do these so they go up and down where the stems of the flowers are. They're great for like adding little, just, you know, when you kind of think that you're missing something.
Yes.
And you don't quite want to add anything else.
Yeah.
And then a little last finishing touch that I'm going to do on this is I've got my white marker. I'm going to make my butterfly dirty because I have to. And then the other thing is I have white markers of all different sizes. So this one I'm actually going to come in. That one's not working, just bear with me. So I'm going to just add a little highlight, and it'll just really lift some of these petals and give you that little bit of definition. And it can make a huge difference. And it's great if you know, like if you do overlap, where I've overlapped some of these petals, it actually enables me to bring the petals back into the frame properly. It sort of just helps you differentiate. And I think maybe, you know, doodle with your white pen as well. That can really lift things up quite a lot. And then lastly, I'm just going to get my marker and I'm just going to do a wavy line. Just to show you that you can, and it doesn't have to be so precise. And that's it. So I decided not to put the girl on, but I just want to show you the one that I did in comparison, which is virtually the same card, but it looks quite different. It
does, yeah.
So by using this one, I added more yellow on, and just kind of like really pulled out. But you see how like the stems on this one completely change it and make it just like a little bit more edgy.
Well, also the stems on that one make it into a sort of fantastical land.
They do,
you know what I mean? It's like
they just give that fantasy element to it, rather than it being like a flower card. So, you know, that's how great the stamps are. They're very versatile and you can get different looks.
Yeah, you can. All you have to do is get them and then play. That's fabulous. I love what you do. I love what you do. I love what you do. If you want to be able to have a play yourself, all you need to do is grab hold of the collections that we've got on the show today. Now, don't forget, if you're spending £25, you need to be checking out like ASAP, but you will get your £5 off if you use the code DEAL5. The way that you can add that basket up is by adding in some paper pads. Now, these are actually on a pick and mix at the moment, and you can choose any 3 of these, and there are 4 different options. I think we're missing one. But you've got your sweet tweet, you've got your this one, Bright and Beautiful, and your Butterfly Daisy, and thank you, we're not missing any more. Brought in, so fresh twist there. So there you are, those are your 4, and you can see some of the papers there on the front, can't you? So great fun to add into your collections today. So 934425 is your item number. £13.97 if you would like to get hold of 3 of those. A brilliant price for those little paper pads, let me tell you. Fabulous. We also have some dies on the show as well. And let's have a look at these. Oh, we're just doing them on the stills. Okay, so they are 213093 as an item number, £19.98 there. And we've got your heart flourish. We also have your square as well there. So 213093 is your item number, £19.98 for those fabulous dies. And we also have some border dies as well. Let's have a look at those. And they are 173790, £14.99 if you would like to get those dies and add those into your collection today. One more for you, and it is the Flower Pots and Happy Birthday collection there, and that is 801320, £14.98 there. Lovely. Okay, that's that. We're almost at the end of the show, but we do just want to go through this collection for you because it is so lovely and you can still get your hands on it at the moment. Brand new, launched today, $24.96. It is 760722. Add something else into your basket and you get the £5 off if you use deal 5. But yeah, really lovely. I mean, let's look at these examples again because they're just so nice, and as I say, they just give you a lovely, warm, cozy feeling when you look at them.
They are very quirky. And I just love how you can really put your own stamp, not to use a pun, but you can really put your own stamp on these. So it can be whatever you want it to be. You know, if you love colouring with your alcohol markers, or you love your pencils, or whatever it is you like to colour with, you know, you can use them on these. They're nice open images that aren't too difficult to colour in. But also then you've got all of those really nice builder stamps that are, like we said, perfect for art journaling, perfect for any of your mixed media, whatever it is, you know, like doing little tag books. I love doing tags. They're so easy to do because you're starting off with a small area and it's not overwhelming. Sometimes if I can't kind of kickstart my mojo, I'll start a tag because it's just a small bit, you know, and you can really easily put a tag together. So it's a really good way to get started.
Exactly. Start on some kind of small little project. But I think the thing is that the stamps are so easy to work with because you've given people the sort of definition. You've put the character in the drawings. All you have to do is add a wash of colour.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's very easy to put them in a little scenario, like you say, falling off the ladder there.
Yeah, and you could even just use, one of the things I wanted to do and I didn't was actually just to use a pencil and just colour it in with a normal HB pencil, and then allow all the ink behind on the backgrounds to actually shine through and do it that way. You know, and then just maybe pick out one element, maybe a flower that you paint red or something like that. So yeah, really nice.
Well, they are a lovely collection. They've done very, very well this morning indeed. So 760722 is your item number if you'd like to get hold of all of those. They are £24.96 today instead of £33.96 there. Freedom members, you get that discount, £22.46. If you want to be a Freedom member of our fabulous club, all you have to do is pay £6.97 a month. You can stop that at any point, but that gives you discounts for the whole of the month when you see that lovely blue box on the website there. Talking about the website, it is of course hochanda.com. You can always pick up the phone and give us a call. Our lovely call centre are upstairs. I've been told they don't listen to us because obviously they're quite busy, and they've been very busy this morning. But if you give them a wave to the call centre, they'll know we're talking about them. I love that. I've just learned that trick from our Janice now. I love it. I'm just going to randomly in the middle of the show go like this and I'll go, oh, they're talking about us again. Anyway, we're going to wave to the other lovely people watching right now. Thank you so much, my darling.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Been looking forward to this show, and it's happened, and it's been fabulous.
It has.
Apart from the spillages.
Yes,
we'll
sorry
get over
about that.
See you next time.
Bye.